How is oxygen available to animals and plants living in water and soil? As we learnt in the previous modules, all organisms require oxygen for their survival, including aquatic organisms. In this module, let us understand how is oxygen available to animals and plants living in water and soil. Some amount of oxygen is dissolved in water, and this dissolved oxygen will be utilized by aquatic organisms. Let us do an activity to know the presence of oxygen in water. Take some water in a glass vessel or beaker. Heat it slowly. Well before the water begins to boil, look carefully at the inner surface of the vessel and we will find tiny bubbles inside the vessel. These bubbles come from the air dissolved in water. When we heat water, the air dissolved in the water escapes and it appears as tiny bubbles. From this activity, we learn that some quantity of oxygen is dissolved in water and this oxygen is utilized by the aquatic plants and animals. The organisms that live in soil also need oxygen to respire. Let us do an activity to understand how do these organisms get the air they need for respiration. Take a lump of dry soil in a beaker or a glass. Add water to it and note what happens. We observe that some bubbles coming out from soil. These bubbles indicate the presence of oxygen in the soil. When the water is poured on the lump of soil, it displaces the air, which is seen in the form of bubbles. The organisms that live inside the soil, such as earthworms and the plant roots, respire by using the oxygen present in the soil.